Hey everyone, Justin here, Voices for Voices, TV show and podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this and every episode of the show. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for joining us wherever you may be at in this beautiful world that we call planet Earth. We love each and every one of you. We hope and pray for prosperous and success and whatever that looks like to you. We're going to be hopping right in because we got a lot of information to go through. This episode is one of these episodes that uh, we just have to share, and that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Uh, some period of time ago, we were sued civil defamation from Faith Fantasy Alliance, which is basically Realm Makers, Scott Miner, Becky Miner, Rebecca Miner, uh, saying that because we have videos that are actually true, that it's hurting, I don't know, hurting something. Uh, and all we're doing is telling the facts. That's all we've ever done since day one. In episode 208, we have a human trafficking, sex trafficking, labor trafficking survivor, David Solomon, who has shared his story. And it's his story. And if you were any way part of it, on the bad side of it, I could see how you would want something taken down. And so apparently, Realm Makers, Faith Fantasy Alliance, whatever terms or organizations we want to call individuals, they didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that we brought a real survivor that came onto the show. And so this is you, Scott Miner, Rebecca Miner, Brian Allen Davis, even though you say that you're not part of Realm, you don't know anything about Realm, well, we've shown the evidence time and time again. And so uh, we had all these damages and all these videos we had to take down. Well, we're just a small organization. We're a nonprofit, a 501c3. You, Realm Faith Fantasy Alliance, are the biggest media outlet for Christian fantasy. I know you're broadening things out now, but that's the way it is. And so why are you going after us? So if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you want anything down? So there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of shows that we don't agree with, and I'm sure you don't agree with. But in the United States, we have this thing called the Constitution, the First Amendment, free speech. We didn't slander, we told the truth. And in fact, we used your own words, your own photos from your own social media accounts, not ours, yours. So you can get upset, you can get all whatever. You can do all that, but you didn't write the Constitution in the United States of America. Our forefathers, our founding forefathers made the Constitution. And so not you, not anybody else. Our founding fathers are who made the Constitution. And so the fact that you don't like a guest coming on our show that is sharing his story or her story, um, that's not our fault. It's really not. And we're not taking any videos down. See, you've already asked to have one video taken down, and YouTube just, you snapped your fingers and you already got a video taken down. So hooray for you. Hip hip hooray. You took a video down. Wow. Oh, you're so awesome. Maybe it's time that the realm makers, realmies, anybody that's affected or a part of realm, needs to be aware of all this. So I'm speaking to you, the Realm fans, the Realm followers, those of you that are spending thousands of dollars to go to these conferences, to be a part of this organization, that your organization is led by individuals who are probably not who you thought the organization was being run by. Maybe you don't care. I don't know. But we're bringing it to light. We're bringing the truth. And if you don't want to hear the truth, turn our show off. Don't get in the middle of it and tell us that, oh, well, you have to take this video down. And oh, you need to take these three down. And now you got to take 65 of them down. And uh, where does it end? It doesn't end. So you want this behind closed doors. Uh, you want this in the shadows. You don't want anybody to know. You don't want your name out there. You don't want to be associated, Brian Davis, with Realm, which you are, which will show a couple things that are actual proof that we've shown before, but we feel that it's in our best interest, not even just our best interest, actually the best interest of your own fans to see that you are actually a part of an organization that is going after a 501c3 charity that is super tiny. And so that's what we're going to do. You did these things yourselves. You're the ones that stayed on interviews when you should have hung up the phone. You're the one that posted on your own Facebook or other accounts when you shouldn't have. You're the one that had children sing a disgusting song in the woods and other places. Not me, not Voices for Voices. We weren't even around 15 years ago. So you can try to blame all you want. And for any judges, any attorneys that are watching, these things happen before Voices for Voices was even formed. So take that into account and actually look at the facts. Don't look at the connections of the good old network that we live in the same area and we're just going to sign off on things. Because up till now, every single attorney, every single judge has signed off on every little thing because Faith Fantasy Alliance, uh, you know, uh, Scott and Rebecca Minor, uh, Brian Allen Davis, you live there, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Well, Brian, you live in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which you've been cyber stalking me, so nobody will listen. So I have to actually say it on the show. So yes, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Very interesting. Very interesting. So. You said these things with your own words, your own mouths, your own Facebook pages, your own posts. Why is it on us? Let the people decide. Let the people dig in. Let the people actually hear the truth. Why don't you come out and be on a show and actually share the truth? For an organization that claims to be as big as you are and how, yeah, why don't you come out? Why is Voices for Voices the organization, the individuals that are coming out with the truth and sharing the truth, sharing the evidence? Why don't you come out and tell publicly how you've been plagiarizing for your books. You've been having ghostwriters. You've been plagiarizing. And another individual in Realm Makers, Morgan Busey, is the biggest plagiarizer of all from mythical creatures around the world. The number one. You gained that trophy. You got that number one designation, Morgan. And so Realmies, anybody that's out there listening, watching, we just want you to know that. If you haven't been checking in our TikToks, which we've been having a lot of people that are tuning in, that's something that you should know. You should know that the own members in your own group that you're a part of, that you're probably spending thousands of dollars. And Stephen King, maybe it doesn't matter because you're so rich, you have so much money that it doesn't bother you. But it should bother you that you had people that are plagiarizing, taking, stealing, not attributing, not using quotation marks, using AI for just about everything nowadays, updating, but the updates in AI. And so that's how you have all that time to harass us, to cyber stalk us, to do everything that you're doing, want to take 33% of all of our videos down. Well, Brian, if you're not part of Realm Makers, why is that included in the lawsuit? Why do videos that uh, don't mention Realm Makers, why are those videos have to be taken down? That's a very interesting question. Realmies, anybody is associated with Realm. And I'm not sorry that if somebody does a Google search and finds one of our shows, one of our videos with the truth, with the proof of who you actually are, of what you actually do, that's not on me. It's not my mouth, it's your mouth. It's your posts. It's your books that you decide to plagiarize with. It's your books that you use AI to every degree possible. You're in this group and you're coming at Voices for Voices. So we're coming at as strong as we possibly can. And this is what the world's coming to. That the survivors, the little person, everything gets rejected that we say and do. Again, the sky could be blue outside, and you'd say, no, it's not. And then who knows who would sign off on that? Be like, no, no, the sky's not blue. It's I see a cloud here. It's not all blue. And that is something that the Constitution does not support. So we do have the First Amendment to share stories, to share truths on our own good faith, and we bring the proof. And we brought so much proof, so much evidence that that again, that's not on us. You choose to try to taint David Solomon's name every which way. That's not right. To go after a human trafficking, labor traffic, sex traffic survivor, that maybe somebody in this organization, Faith Fantasy Alliance, maybe uh, may have been a part of. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Let the people decide. Not you, not Realm, your people, the real people, the real people that are working day in, day out to pay these exorbitant fees. Let them all find out. And what the real damages are is the fact that David is not able to get a book publishing contract because of you, Brian Davis, because of you, Scott Miner, because of you, James Artville, because of you, Stephen Reimers. Should we go on? Do we need to go on? Do we? Do we need to go on? Because we know that you're calling publishers. If there's contracts, you're canceling them. Uh, and so we are. We're bringing a flashlight and we're exposing each and every one of you that is up to no good. You have so much time on your hands to go on our TikToks and leave the most sickening messages, comments. Brian Allen Davis. The fans, they deserve this. Everybody's fans. Make the call. I know we know you're gonna want this video down because oh no, it's a video, Voices for Voices video. Oh, it's coming up in the search results. Well, guess what? I don't own Google. I don't own Bing. I don't own DuckDuckGo. I don't own nobody in our organization owns any of these organizations. So you can't blame Voices for Voices for actually having the truth up there. And that's one thing that these platforms like Google and Bing, they look at the popularity, they look at the truthfulness of it. And so it's not our fault that our videos, our shows, our blogs, what have you, come up. That's not on us. Come out with your own show. You guys are humongous. You have millions and millions and millions of dollars. You have mansions all over the place, Brian Allen Davis. So why don't you come out with your own show? You got enough time on your hands to be stalking and cyber stalking us, canceling book contracts for David and others, to be running interference and intervening in the most sickening ways. Why can't you just let it go? Why can't you just move on with your life? Why do you need a voice? Why need to go out there Voices for Voices and David Solomon? You have a bad review, big deal. We all get bad reviews. You know what that's called? That's called life. We all get bad reviews. And we know you don't want your members to know, Realm. We know you're trying to sweep this under the rug, act like, oh, there's no lawsuit, there's nothing going on here. Oh, well, 135 different points you brought up in this lawsuit. Guess what? We had evidence for every single one of those. Every single one. So I think your followers, your fans, our followers, they deserve to know that. That one of the biggest organizations in Christian fantasy has sued us. Came out with 130 plus points of, oh, well, this is what, you did to us. We're losing revenue. Last time I checked, you still have your mansion, Brian. Last time I checked it, you're still on the top 10 Amazon best-selling list. Last time I checked, David Solomon isn't able to get a book contract. Should we go on? Should we? Should we? Well, we're going to. This has all happened to us. We're being blacklisted, blackballed, whatever you want to think. Left, right, center, everywhere. Everywhere we turn. Something just happens to happen. Somebody gets a whisper in their ear, gets a call. Maybe it's a bribe. I don't know what it is. I frankly don't even know why you're wasting your time. You want to spend your life doing this? Harassing people? Why don't you just write your books instead of stealing from mythical creatures around the world? So that's for you, Brian Allen Davis. That's for you, Morgan Busey, and probably more than just that. Those are just the ones we know for sure. So I think what's going on is anyone, I don't want to say anyone, I don't want to assume. What could be happening is people in Realm could be being blackmailed by the leaders, Scott Miner, Rebecca Miner, Brian Allen Davis. I'm not in Realm. I don't know anything about Realm. I never met anybody in Realm. Oh well, we're going to be showing you that the opposite of that. And so we're guessing that you have blackmail on a good amount of people in Realm. So they continue paying the exorbitant fees. They continue showing up to conferences that uh, I'm not even gonna get into what those look like because they're run so so awesomely. Yeah, they're so awesome. So we're gonna say Brian isn't in realm. Okay. 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 So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do some sharing. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go here, and we're gonna do some moving around a little bit. Yep, we're gonna be. Oh, okay. Brian, there's my man. Oh, wow. Isn't this so interesting? For a person that says they're not in Realm, they don't know anything about Realm, they're not associated with Realm. Well, this is a Realm profile, everybody. I know you Realmies know exactly what we're talking about because you probably have something that looks very similar. Cropped out the face here. Brian Davis, author, who through their own words, Scott Miner, who should have hung up the phone after 15 minutes on a call, but decided not to. That's not on us. That's on any normal functioning human being. If they feel that they're being recorded, and we didn't do the recording. It was a third party. Uh, that would be Gabriel Bloor. That would be the individual. So, number one, Brian Davis is in Realm. So, okay, that's truth. That's truth. That's truth. Brian Allen Davis, Brian Davis, author, is in Realm. So that's number one. So in this lawsuit, oh, Brian has no anything. He's not part of Realm. And okay, well, we just proved you wrong. You are. So, Brian Davis, you're part of Realm. You're in Realm. Scott Miner, you were caught on a call by a third party. You gave consent after 15 minutes because you didn't hang up the phone. You kept talking, and you just ended up repeating a lot of things that you said in that first 15 minutes. And what was said in that conversation is so interesting about Mr. Brian Allen Davis, who is in Realm, part of Realm, confirmed Brian Allen Davis talks to children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting. So it must be a part-time job he has. First off, Mr. Brian Allen Davis is no counselor. He's no doctor, nor should he be trusted as one. So he's doing all this behind parents' backs as well. So Brian Allen Davis, you are a part of Realm. Check. Brian Allen Davis is confirmed to talk about children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting. Check. And that was confirmed by your buddy, who we're going to show here in a second, your good old buddy Scott Miner. Got our arms around each other, and people say, "Oh, well, that was just a picture." Oh, okay, well, some pictures tell more than others. And so we have right here, we have, this is the actual picture that's up here. And so this is kind of the orbit of who Mr. Brandon Davis is connected to. And this penguin right here, we're going to be getting to that here in a second as well. So let's see here. How shall we go on? Well, we just continue with the exhibits here. And these are just a few. We went through probably about 25 or 30 at on one of our earlier shows. And I know that it's oh my gosh, episode 208, having a survivor talk. Well, we should be wanting people to talk, to step out of the light And for David to step out of the light, that shows bravery. That shows an individual who has gone through a lot of tough situations, and so that should be a light for others to step forward. So, just to confirm, uh, uh, just to highlight and summarize what we see here. Brian Davis. So you can see the blue here. Okay, there we got blue. There's Brian Allen Davis. That's his face picture. Brian Davis is part of Realm because this is the Realm profile. So that again, Brian Davis is a part of Realm. So we can say, oh, no, he's not. Well, he is. Because why would he have all this? Why would he have his profile? Okay. So we're clear here. So checkbox there. Brian Davis, you are a part of Realm, and you probably are one of the leaders, given with what's going on. Uh, and because your good old buddy Scott Miner was on the phone and didn't hang up, it's called implied consent. Uh, During that conversation that was recorded, not by me, not by David Solomon, nobody in Voices for Voices. Uh, Gabriel Bloor, a third party, recorded that on his own volition. Says, confirmed, talks to children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting. And just to top it off again, just to share that Mr. Brian Allen Davis is not a doctor, is not a counselor. He's not. So he's doing this also behind parents' backs. Okay. So let's see what else we got. Oh, why don't we just talk about this since we're on the realm track. So realm makers, somebody who's not in realm but actually is realm. So Brian L. Davis is in Realm. For all you fans, all you people that are wondering, he is in Realm. And just to confirm it, as if having a Realm profile and having his own buddy Scott Miner say that he talks to children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting behind their parents' back, um, was invited. Wonder why he was invited to a conference that was actually a Realm Makers conference. And it was posted on the Realm Makers. Looks like might have been the Facebook page. Looks like. So Realm Makers posted this. The Brian Davis. Oh, he's talking to teens. That should make every parent feel great, huh? That should probably make every parent feel great. The year teens in the year 2020, and probably others. These are just a sliver of what's been verified, validated, and found. Had this individual, Brian Allen Davis, and so okay, and I also this one actually just came to me. So check out the shirt. Check out the picture of the shirt. Oh, wait a minute. Could it be? So the person that's not in Realm, but actually is in Realm, that we've just confirmed, has the same photo in his Realm profile as he has in this headshot photo. Huh. So fans, you make the call. What do you think's going on? You think Brian's telling the truth? You think Scott Miner's telling the truth? You think Rebecca Miner's telling the truth? You think Rome's telling the truth? Okay, well, again, we're bringing the evidence. Look at that picture. And it's the same picture here. So isn't that something? Isn't that just something, huh? Okay, where do we go from here? One of my favorites. Mm, mm, mm. So what did we just show you? We showed you Brian Allen Davis is in Rome. We showed you Brian Allen Davis uh, talks about porn and cutting 15 hours a week behind parents' backs, which was again that was evidence that a third party, Gabriel Bloor, recorded on his own volition. And we have this lawsuit that says, well, Brian Davis isn't in Realm and he doesn't know anybody in Realm. Oh, well, this looks like Brian Davis. Huh. That looks like Brian Davis to me. Well, who's this? Who's this individual? Well, this will be your fearless leader, Scott Miner. So we have Scott Miner, the leader of Realm, and we have Brian Davis. And just a little bit of insight into how pictures are usually taken sometimes. Usually, again, this could be just conjecture, but I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm allowed to. It's covered under the First Amendment. The person with the most power, the most prestigious person, is usually the one in the middle of a photo if there's three. Just like if you take a family photo and you have, the mom and the dad, and then you have, the children and their significant others and grandchildren to each side. So that makes a lot of difference because Brian Davis is not over here with hands down. Brian Davis is in the middle with his right arm around Scott Miner, and I'm not quite sure. I know we've shared in the past who this individual is. I don't know off the top of my head. But so Brian Davis's right arm's around Scott Miner, and then his left arm is around this individual. So this is usually, again, how things go. It's kind of like the power pose of I'm the one that has the power. Otherwise, Brian would be over here on this side, or he'd be on the other side. So again, what did we just learn, everybody? We learned that Brian Davis is in Realm. It's confirmed he talks to children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting, confirmed by his grand good old buddy Scott Miner. There you are. Okay. And we look at the shirt, we look at the smile here, and then we go, oh, well, I guess if we made that like circle, that would match exactly what we have here. So if he's not in realm, things are so obvious that they're just so obvious. Use the same headshot for the realm profile as you do for speaking at a realm conference. Okay, I can't make this up. Nobody can make this up. This is information not posted on Voices for Voices. This is posted on the Realm Maker's site. This is the Realm Maker's profile, not mine. Not mine. And this is not taken by Voices for Voices. No, nobody related to us. So, which again, we have the power position in the center, Brian Davis, and then we have Scott Miner. Shall we go on? Okay, let's do that. So again, this is just a little bit of another confirmation of Brian Davis being in Realm. And so you heard me say something, and you probably were wondering. So you see this right here, this penguin, okay? And we go here, and we see a penguin. And so this is again another realm profile. This one instead is for Von Ullman. Von Ullman marries children, in case you didn't know, Realmies. And he's in Realm. He's in Realm. He's in Realm. He's in Realm. So I just wanted to share that. So again, Von Ullman marries children. Brian Davis is in Realm. That screenshot, that's that headshot. Brian Davis is in the power position in the middle, right arm around uh, Scott Miner, left arm around another individual who I can't name off the top of my head because I just don't remember. There's a lot of things going on. The main thing is here we are, another connection, right? So we look at patterns. So we've been told by attorneys that, well, this doesn't mean that they're part of realm and all this and that. Okay, well, what's a pattern? So if you have one, two, and then one, two, and then one, two, and then one, and then underline saying, what's the next number? It's called a pattern. Well, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. So that's where we're at here. So we're at a pattern. So we have Brian Davis on Realm confirmed that talks to children 15 hours a week about porn and cutting. He's not a doctor, he's not a counselor, he is nowhere in those positions. So he's a part of Realm. And again, we brought up the Penguin, which is this individual here, Von Ullman, that marries children. And this is information you can find out on the net that Voices for Voices has nothing to do with. We we literally did a search and we came up with so many articles wasn't even funny. And then we have the same photo here. So again, imagine this in a circle. And that's the exact same picture. So for someone that's not in realm that they claim, they actually are in realm and they're a leader because look at his power position in here. Again, that's my opinion of being in the corporate world for 15 years. Uh, so there we go. Now let's get to the good old leader of Faith Fantasy Alliance. Scott Miner. Okay. So, Scott Miner, right here. Scott Miner. Headshot. I called and waited on hold for 45 minutes to discover they had no record of that case number. 0136454-1 and nothing under the name Solomon. Why is this important? Well, it shows that this individual is lying because we're talking about the National Human Trafficking Hotline, which David Solomon has a case number, which is the 0136454-1. And how do we know he's lying? Because I called personally. I confirmed. And so what you'll see here is I called and waited 45 minutes, which is what we just showed you. And I confirmed it on March 9th of 2025 to the National Human Trafficking case number of 0136454-1, which is what you will see here and what you will see here. So Scott Miner, you are a liar. Scott Miner, you are a liar. Scott Miner, you are a liar. Brian Davis, you are a liar. Brian Davis, you are a liar. Brian Davis, you are a liar. And Von Ullman, you are a liar too, because you do marry children. And I will bring up, because it is plain as day, that the Salvation Army has different properties around the country where they hold conferences and conventions. And Mr. Von Ullman was planning to have one of his conferences that is what was related to marrying children, meaning Marrying, marrying, not Marion. Okay. And at that Salvation Army campsite, once they found out who exactly Von Ullman was, again, this happened years ago, before Voices for Voices even came about. Okay. So what do we say here, folks? Are we showing you some information? Are we showing some of the proof? Well, it's funny because, but not really. It's funny because in a lawsuit against us, we're being asked to be taking three or four videos down, which you just saw the type of proof we have, the type of evidence we have. And so that doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna take down a video that's true. Hmm. Because we don't like it. Hmm. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I don't have a law degree. I'm not a judge. Uh, and the only reason I can think of is, well, we're upset because, somebody's coming against us. Well, you're coming against us because you've blacklisted David Solomon for like 13 years at least. Can't get a book contract anytime he wants to uh, try. Brian, Scott, Steve Reimers, you name it, you're all involved one way or another, and you're making these calls and these contracts, or these what could be contracts would develop into contracts. They just disappear. They vanish. They ghost. Just whoosh, disappear. So who really has the damages? People with mansions, people that are on the top 10 Amazon best-selling list, people that are at conferences literally almost every weekend, selling books, selling their, at least some of them that we know for sure are plagiarized, which again means that's stolen work, not attributed to others. That means we were able to find that proof, and we didn't show Morgan Busey, we didn't show her picture or anything, but she is the number one violator. She can put that, number one trophy, the blue ribbon of being the number one plagiarizer from mythical creatures around the world. And Brian Allen Davis, you also have a part to play yourself, because you're also taking and stealing information. And so you're literally stealing information from the very person you're trying to cut off from book contracts, left, right, and center. And so we just showed you just a little bit of the evidence that we've shown in prior episodes. It's not my fault. I'm an American. I'm covered under the Constitution. I'm covered under the First Amendment. Voices for Voices. It's an American organization. We're a nonprofit charity. We're not profiting off of this. You're not seeing our mansions being built. Brian has mansions. Scott Miner. may or may not have mentioned why people should stay connected, and there may or may not have been a comment that, well, I'm so I'm so rich. I'm so rich. That doesn't sound like a comment coming from somebody that is hurting for income. So somebody that's rich, and then somebody that is pretty sure well documented. Brian Davis has mansions. So Realmies, do you have mansions? Do all you have mansions? I mean, maybe you do, Stephen King. But do all the other Realmies? Do um you all have mansions? No, maybe. I don't know. So we wanted to bring this out. We wanted to bring this to light. Because we're being asked now as an organization that, oh, we're losing some business. Again, you're not losing your house. Nobody's intervening against your book contracts. You're still able to make the money to be able to make the payments if you still even have to make payments. Maybe your mansions are paid off. Could be. And by saying somebody's filthy rich, that doesn't exactly sound like somebody that's losing money. We're just a nonprofit. We're just a charity. We're trying to be voices for voices. That's what we are. We're on our way to help 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. We've already reached over the course of our 378 episodes, which this will be episode number 379. We've already reached 1,000 cities, close to 100 countries. So we want to say thank you. We love each and every one of you, even if you're our enemy, even if you don't like Voices for Voices, that's okay. But we're all human beings, and we're put together with the same fabric as a human being. And so this show has just been a little bit or a lot of evidence, a lot of sharing of information. Uh, if you know anybody that would like to share their voice, you can reach out, and we would be happy to have you or them on our show. Uh, because this is just one area that we talk about, which is also the interesting thing that we talk about so many different topics, and our fans, our followers, our supporters, we thank you, each and every one of you, no matter how small or how big the support is. And the last thing I'd ask you to do is smash that subscribe button, give us the biggest thumbs up, like, follow, share, subscribe, 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 and share this far and wide. Share this episode to the whole world. Share this episode to the whole world. Share this episode to the whole world because the world needs to know what is going on. They need to know. They need all the information. And we've just given a sliver of that information. But it's more than enough to show the connection between Brian Allen Davis and Realm. From the pictures, the headshots, the same exact. You have an individual who marries children in the organization. That's not being talked about very much, but it's true. Don't take my word, just do a Google search. So thank you very much. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next show. Love you. Everything, bring in our entire hearts and love to you and those that you love. We'll see you on the next show.